Welcome to the Fundamentals 2 Workout Bite number 6. What you're going to need today is some sort of chair. A firm chair would be great. Some sort of object about the size of a basketball, about the firmness of a basketball. Fast forward through the video so you see the movement that I'm doing, and you might want to play around with whether or not you're doing this movement on a ball, a spherical type object, which is going to require a little bit more strength and stability in the upper body, or an object that's a little bit more square. So it can play around with what works for you. And then as well, what you're going to need is you're going to need some sort of a stick. I'm using Jake's little golf club here because you're going to be doing some movements, some shoulder type flexibility movements. So you're going to want something that's going to allow you to grasp behind your back, something that's relatively solid and straight. So let's get started. So you've got that. So I'm going to take the ball, reach it up over top of your head, plant the ball down. You're going to step back into a push-up position. So make sure you feel comfortable holding that position on the ball, and then step your feet back side to side. So this is part of our warm-up. Just working a little bit of strength, a little bit of stability. Ball goes back up over top of your head, and then back down. I'm stepping with my left back, and then left forward. Well, we're going to switch that up in a second just so you stay consistent. Left back, and then left forward. Reach that ball up over top of your head. One more time, left back, left forward. Switch it to right back, right forward. So right foot back, right forward. When you step back into that push-up position, make sure belly button is in nice and tight. And core strong. Reaching up. And back, back, forward, forward. Last one, back, back, forward, forward. Okay, this time I want you to step back into your push-up position, step forward with that left leg, and we're going to drop down into a bit of a runner's position. Slide the shoulders down and back. So we're starting to get right into a little bit of a stretch through that back leg. I want you to drop the knee down, lift back up, drop the knee down. So I'm easing into that stretch. Drop the knee down and come back up. Secure your hands on that ball. Back leg comes back. Right leg comes forward. Holding that position. Core in nice and tight. Drop the knee down. Come back up. Drop the knee down. Warming up into the deepness of that stretch. 4 more. Back knee comes up. And again. Last one. Okay, we're going to make that a little bit more dynamic. So hands secure on that ball, back into that push-up position, and we're going to step forward, drop into the lunge, step back. Drop into the lunge, step back. If you find this too difficult, stop the video, go and find a larger, more stable object that you can plant your hands on to do the push-up position from. Step back. Good, and step back. 3 more. And 2. And last one. Okay, drop the back knee down, roll the ball over, plant the right hand on the ground, and from here, what I want you to try and do is turn your back, or twist your spine up to look up to the ceiling. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this hand and push this knee towards my body. So I'm using that as leverage to twist, and then release out. Lift and twist, release out. If you find that too easy, then you want to lift that top hand and come back down. You can do that as well. Or if you just want to stay here and push out of that bottom hand to twist, you can do that too. And 2 more. Lifting the hand option. And last one. Good. Okay. Plant your hands back on your assisting object, whether it be a ball or whatever. Back foot comes up. And we're just going to do a couple of switches again. And switch. Switch. And you want to end up so your right foot is now forward. So right foot is forward. Drop the back knee down. Establish balance. Move that ball or that object out of the way. Plant the inside hand down. Right hand comes up on the knee, and just start with gentle twist. So I'm kind of pushing this knee towards me, and I'm pushing out of this hand to give me a little bit of leverage to twist. So I'm getting a nice spine twist through the back, but controlled. And your option here is to lift that hand up, lift, I'm going to do two more, and lift, and last one, lift. Take your hands on your assisting object, back knee comes up, and we're going to do another 5 switches. 1, 2, 3, 4, last one, and 5. Drop the back knee down, roll the ball out of the way, hand plants down. You're going to twist this time. If you can, try to lift that hand back up and down. One more time, twist, lift the hand, and now from here, what I want you to do, roll that ball back in. You may or may not need that ball or that object, and what I want you to try and do is to drop down so that your right elbow is planted on that ball, and you're just trying to bring the other elbow either to meet that elbow or to drop it a little bit lower down. So you're kind of using this ball as a little bit of assistance, and you're going as deep as you comfortably can with that inside elbow. Maybe you're only dropping down a couple of inches, or maybe you can get that elbow right down on the ground. Again, going with whatever you feel comfortable. And we're just dropping down and coming back up. Dropping down, coming back up. One more time. Dropping down and coming back up. Hands plant on your assisting object, and we're going to do, again, switching 3 times. 2, last one, and 3. Drop the knee down, roll the ball out of the way, plant the inside, in this case the left hand down, hand comes in. You're going to press into that hand, twist, release down, press and twist. If you want, lift that hand up. One more time, lift that hand up. Bring the ball or the assisting object close to you, and you want to take the outside elbow down, or sorry, outside elbow on that ball. Dropping, trying to drop a little bit lower, and then taking that inside hand and coming down as low as you think you can. So if you can drop all the way down to that elbow and hold, go for it, or otherwise you're just doing the little movements like I am. Dropping down and coming up, trying to open up in through the hip. Last one there. Good, and release. Slide the leg back, shake everything out, and we're going to go into push-up. So in addition, I should have mentioned this, in addition to the ball, you're going to need to get your the pole, and you want to keep that close by, and you're going to do push-ups from the knees, push-ups, release those hands, come right back up. If you can do a full hand release push-up from your toes, go ahead and do so. So you're going to do one of those, sweep your hands back behind your hips, open up through the shoulders, lift, and lower down. Hand release push-up, 2, 1. One more, release, 2. Sweep your hands back, open up through the shoulders, lift up. Now, as a bonus, if you can lift your hands up off your bum, go for it. If not, just stay with the open and lift. 3 hand release push-ups, 1, 2, last one, 3, sweep those hands back, open up through the chest, lift up 3 times, 2, option here, lifting those hands right up off the bum. I might have done 4 there. 4 hand release push-ups, 1, take it from your toes if you want to, 2, squeeze those shoulder blades up as you lift, 3, last one, 4, sweep those hands back behind you, open up through the chest, lifting up, 4 times, option, lifting those hands right off your bum as you open up those shoulders. 5, 1, last one here, 2, 3, 4, last one, and 5, sweep your hands back, open up through the chest and lift, Let the shoulders drop, open up through the chest, lift, hand off the bum option. Open up, lift, that's just an option again. Open up, lift, one more time. Open up and lift. Push back into a little bit of a child's pose. Walk your hands over to one side. Walk your hands over to the other. Grab onto your little mini golf club or whatever you have that you're using, and I want you to take your left hand, I want you to reach it up, back behind your back. Take your right hand underneath your back, up and behind, and grab onto that pole and try to walk your fingertips as close to one another as you can. And you're going to hold that there. You're going to stand up, and from here, open up through the shoulders, and I want you to drive the elbows back. So I'm still really trying to open up, especially through this right shoulder here, trying to open it up and then butterflying the elbows back. 3, 4, 5, core set, and now I want you to just gently drop over to the side, increasing the stretch in the left lat, and release. Relax the arms, roll the shoulders back, take the right hand up, back behind, left hand comes underneath, walk your fingertips towards one another as far as you can. You may find one side's a lot looser than the other. If you're right-handed, typically people are going to find this right side easier, so when the right hand's on top, open up through that left shoulder, bend the knees, you're in a good core position, elbows driving back. 3, 4, 5, good, and release. Excellent, roll the shoulders back. And when I would go into 10 sumo squat to stands. So facing forward or the side, as I'm going to show you here, whatever you want. Feet are spread fairly wide apart, a little bit wider than hip width. Toes are pointed forward or ever so slightly out. You're going to drive your knees out. You're going to try to get your hands down. So you're grasping onto your feet. Bum is down, shoulders slide down and back. Chest is nice and flat when you're in this position. And then you're going to lift your hips, let your head drop down. Now, if you find that that's pretty tight for you, feel free to release the hands however you need to and keep the knees a little bit soft. If you can maintain your hand position on your feet, please go ahead and do so. So again, go with what feels comfortable for you. Same thing in this position. If you can only get to here, that's fine. Or with your bum here, that's fine. But our goal is to get the bum dropped right down, chest nice and flat when you're in that lower position. And we're doing, let's do 8 more. 1, shoulder slide, bum down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10, and just hang out here for a second. Let your fingers dangle down, and what I want you to do, keeping your head down, walk your hands over to one side, hold for a second, and then walk your hands over to the other side. Okay, in a second, you're going to grab your little golf club or your little stick and a chair. So slowly get yourself back up, and you've got something to sit on. And you're going to repeat those stretches that we did with the upper body, but we're also going to combine the lower body stretch in as well. So let's go left side again. You're going to take that left object, or left hand, you're going to reach the object behind your back, walk your fingertips together so you're in that nice stretch. Now if your left hand is over top, it doesn't really matter. If your left hand's over top, we're going to go right leg over. Now if you need to, just take a second here and assist to get that foot up into position and establish that stretch, and then reach the hands back into position, you can do so here. So we're getting a double whammy stretch. From here, make sure both sit bones are on the ground. Actively press your right knee down, and you're still trying to get that nice stretch through the upper shoulders. Now hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Okay, so let's try reversing the order here. Let's go left leg on top first. Establish that good stretch in through the glute. Once you've got a firm position where you know you're going to have a decent stretch and you can actively push that knee down, then you can go into the upper body, reach the right hand up behind, left hand comes behind, walk your hands up that stick, sitting up nice and tall, open up through that left shoulder, drive the elbows back. If you feel you're not quite getting enough of a stretch in that bottom leg by just actively dropping the knee down, feel free to lean gently forward. That will also increase the stretch. So you can do that on either side. And we're going to hold 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. And I'd like you to now go back to your right leg on top. I want you to take your left hand across the body, feed your right hand underneath, set the shoulders down and back, and pull the arm across. And then you can experiment with what you like better. If you like the arm extended out or hugging behind you, anchor this shoulder down and back, and then gently lean forward if you feel you need more of a stretch in that right glute. If not, just stay right there and hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. And take it over to the other side. So left leg comes on top. Establish a mild stretch here. Right hand comes across, set the shoulders down and back. Feed the left hand underneath. Pull the right hand across the body, set the shoulder, this right shoulder down and back. Actively drop the left knee and then play around with what you want this right hand to do. Whether you feel a better stretch in that right shoulder by placing the hand behind your back. I personally like that one better. Some people like the hand back behind you. Set the shoulders down and back. And then gently lean forward if you need to feel a little bit deeper of a stretch. And hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. And relax. Shake everything out. Roll those shoulders back. And that is it for today. Hope you enjoyed that little bit of a different workout. And we'll see you for the next online workout. Take care.